I had to fiddle with it. It did have the extra digit on the pre-counter though, which I liked. The extra digit on the pre-counter.
That's the new striker?
Yeah, 955. It did have the extra digit on the...
10-4, sounding good?
Hey, copy that, sir. How many position switch box is that, sir?
How many what on the switch box?
Hey, copy that, sir. How many position switch box is that, sir?
Oh, yeah, talking about it. Yeah, it's the HP, yep.
Well, I got so many switch boxes here, it takes me a while to figure it out.
Put your name on it, yeah?
No, haven't fiddled with any of that. I'll take care of that this weekend. I just got it converted and ready to go for tonight. That's good enough for today.
Okay, I'll tell you what, you
Oh, yeah. Yep, no, it's sweet. Yeah, you've been itching to get it, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I'll be playing with it all weekend. Yeah, I'll be playing with the software all weekend.
Oh, heck yeah. Make your own Roger beeps and everything.
Yeah, I already got some software from, well, it came from Hawkeye to Radio Man to me. So with extra, the extra Roger beeps and I don't know what else he fiddled with. I'll actually talk to Hawkeye about it.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, there's some pretty neat, you can copy a few. You got like Mario Brothers and Star Wars people do. You got Close Encounters of the fourth kind there, the third, whatever the hell. Maji plays on his. It's pretty neat.
That'll be cool to find those there, yeah.
That's Wiper right here over there?
Info on the swiper.
Voila.
Over here, Waldo.
Yeah, you stepped on me and skip land earlier, you prick.
I apologize. I told you guys to apologize for that.
More me.
That's on you. I just heard him and I howled to him.
He's up to Montana. We go back around Billy. That's where he's at. And
Skip is still rolling. Plus we got that moron.
Well, we can help that out a little bit.
Roger.
Yes, sir.
Radio Man. He talked to Triple T in Australia too, didn't he?
we'll get out of here.
about half of that. Skipland took you out most of it.
Good evening, Radio Man. It's, boys, it skips rolling something fierce, but 2020 waving.
Hey, copy that on the 333. Copy that on the 333. If I remember correctly, 333, are you in Lee, New Hampshire? Copy that on Lee, New Hampshire. Any other stations, state of New Hampshire?
Hey, Radio Man, would you mind giving me a quick signal check? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just running a different box tonight.
Yeah, I got you S7. You sound fine here. I'm on a quad pointed your way, but I got you S7 here, sounding fine.
All right, and more importantly, how's the audio?
Yeah, the audio sounds like it's right where it needs to be.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it. I'll let you get back to it.
All right, any other stations before we move on? State of New Hampshire. Nothing heard. Moving on to York County. York County. Any stations? York County.
Pigpen.
All right, we copy you. Pigpen in OOB. Thank you for stopping by, Pigpen. Any other stations? York County. All right, nothing heard. We're going to switch over here. Stand by. I got to change antennas here. All right, we'll try that now. Oxford County. Any stations? Oxford County. Oxford County. Any relays for Oxford County? Didn't copy anything.
Yeah, missed the pipeline relay.
Oh, thank you, Cobra. Pipeline. He's up there in Rumford. All right. Any other stations? Oxford County. All right, I got you that time, Mr. Fix-It. That's the first time I've heard you, so you made it in just fine that time. Any other stations? Oxford County. All right, any relays before we move on? All right, we're moving on. Cumberland County. Cumberland County, looking for any stations in Cumberland County.
4107, Cape Elizabeth.
Good evening. I think you go by High Pressure, right? In Cape Elizabeth. Okay, I'm just writing that down here. 4107, we got you. Any other stations, Cumberland County? All right, nothing heard. I don't think I need any relays for Cumberland County, so we'll move on to Androscoggin County. Androscoggin County.
Over here in Wyndham.
Oh, we got a late breaking one. Andy and Rice Tea over in Wyndham. Okay. All right, let me just scribble that down real quick. All right, Androscoggin County. Androscoggin County. Oh, hey, good evening. 207 in Minot. We got you. 207 in Minot. We got you. Who else for Androscoggin County?
Hawkeye, Lisbon Falls, over.
Okay, I got two at once there, but I got you both. We got Hunter in Lewiston, and we got Hawkeye in Lisbon Falls. Scribble that down. All right, who else, Androscoggin County?
Cobra Wales.
All right, we got you. Cobra and Wales. Good evening. Thanks for the relays, too, there, Cobra. Any other stations, Oxford County?
Swiper in Auburn here.
All right, Swiper. All right, Swiper's on a new radio tonight, you guys. So, I'm sure he's going to be looking for all kinds of glowing signal reports. All right, any other stations, Androscoggin County? I didn't get anything on that one. Any relays?
quite a ways.
Okay, I copied Cobra's relay for Ridge Runner in green. Any others?
Yeah, Space Rider, Dirt Diver, Auburn.
Oh, hey, okay, we got Spacey over in Auburn. Hey, Spacey, how you doing? And welcome. So let me write that down. Space Rider, Auburn. All right, who else we got in Androscoggin County?
Snowman and Lewiston.
Did I get that right? Snowman and Lewiston?
10-4.
Okay, yeah, welcome there, Snowman and Lewiston. All right, who else we got in Androscoggin County? All right, anyone copy any relays on Androscoggin? No copy. We'll keep moving. Franklin County for Maine SideBanders. I didn't get anything. Any relays?
I was too far off channel to me.
All right, whoever that was in Franklin County, a little too far off channel. Try it one more time if you can fix it, or we're going to move on. We'll try to grab you later when we open it up. Anything, Cobra?
No, it's too much DX in there. I can't tell if it's local or not.
All right, no problem. All right, we're moving on. Sagahahoc County.
Clearwater, Topsom.
Hey, Clearwater, you're sounding good this week. Last week we couldn't hear you that good. So, oops. Jeez, I'm crow. Boy, pen went right through the paper. All right, Clearwater, we got you good. Who else we got, Sagahahoc County?
You got Runt and Bowden.
All right, Runt, and yeah, we got you good, Runt and Bowden, and yeah, you're sounding good tonight too. Who else we got? Sagahahoc County. All right, I didn't hear anything. Any relays, anyone?
Yeah, there's somebody down in there trying.
All right, I'll try once more. Sagahahoc County, I'll take any relays if anyone hears who that is. I got nothing. Anybody?
I just got DX.
I didn't hear him trying that time, so I'm not sure.
All right, no problem. We'll just keep moving here. Lincoln County, for Maine SideBanders.
Mr. Paranoid 269, Mr. Paranoid 269 in Waldo.
All right, I got Mr. Paranoid in Waldoboro. There was someone else. Who was the other station that was under Mr. Paranoid?
Dick Hertz and Booth Bay.
Oh, man, the esteemed Dick Hertz from Booth Bay Harbor. Thank you.
South Lewiston, Somerset County.
All right, Moose, we're going to grab you in just a second here. Just stand by a minute here. Who else we got in Lincoln County? All right, any relays for Lincoln County before we move on? Nothing. Kennebec County. Any stations, Kennebec County. We're just about halfway through the list here, guys.
Yes, sir. You get the Birdman over here in Augusta, Kennebec County.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Birdman at Augusta, for stopping by. Anyone else, Kennebec County?
7 from Chelsea, Kennebec County.
And there he is, 7 from Chelsea. Yeah, good evening, 7. Who else we got from Kennebec County? I didn't hear anything. You guys got any relays from Kennebec County?
Did you get Birdman?
Yes, I got Birdman and I got 7 from Kennebec County. Birdman and 7 so far from Kennebec County. All right, Somerset County. Who we got from Somerset County for Maine SideBanders? No copy on Somerset County. Isn't that Moose? Isn't Moose Somerset County?
Yeah, 029, Somerset County. Check it in. 029.
Okay, we got Floyd from Somerset County. We got Floyd. I know I heard Moose earlier. I'm pretty sure that Moose, that's Somerset County. But anyways, Moose, you still in there?
Yeah, that's me, Moose. I was relaying for Floyd. This is Moose in Somerset County.
Oh, appreciate it, Moose. Yeah, I got a little bit of skip tonight, and it's covering Floyd up. Normally I can hear Floyd direct. Maybe in a little bit here when the skip dies off. Any other relays for Somerset County?
Any relays for Somerset County Radio Man?
Try that again.
Have you done Cumberland County yet there, Radio Man?
Yeah, I've done. Stand by a second. I'll grab you. There's someone else out there. Who was that? I apologize. I had a headphone issue. Someone was trying there in the distance. Try that one more time. I'm just not pulling out who that is. Could someone relay that?
No, I'm just getting Mojave Desert, and I think somebody sent the land down under.
All right. Why don't we'll grab Taz there. Yeah, Taz, we went by. But that's all right, no problem. Pownell. All right. Knox County. Any stations for Knox County? I heard someone down in there, but I think it was DX.
In the Mojave.
Want to check into Maine SideBanders. Anybody in Knox County want to check into Maine SideBanders?
I'm going to take that as a no, Paranoid. Did you get anything?
Yeah, it's probably negative. I'm not hearing any responses at this point, Radio Man.
All right. Appreciate it. How about Waldo County? No copy on Waldo County unless there's any relays. All right. Piscataquis County. Any stations standing by? Any relays for Piscataquis County? All right. Penobscot County. Any stations for Penobscot County? Penobscot County. Any relays? That's a negative. And we'll wrap the last three up in one. Any stations, Hancock, Washington, or Aroostook County. Hancock, Washington, or Aroostook County. Any stations. Any of you guys got any relays? Well, that's everything I got, guys. So I think at this point we'll open it up and let everyone shoot the bull and whatever, or any questions or whatever. But I'll kind of stand back here and let you guys kind of talk with each other here. I've been doing enough talking. What was that? Go ahead. I must have been keyed up with you at the tail end. Go ahead.
Sorry about that. What do we have for account of check-ins?
25 right now. 25.
And 4. A lot shy of last week, but we were overachieving.
Yeah, I counted Rice T and Andy as 2 separate check-ins, and I forgot to count myself, so 26. And we usually get a few stragglers that'll roll in after I let up on it. It just makes it a little... I know some of you guys might not like the county thing, but it kind of creates less of a pile-up trying to get people in. But anyways, so there you have it.
I haven't heard anybody complain about it. I love it.
Yeah, I think it's great too. Actually, it's an antenna that you turn it to follow.
Fucking right.
Hey, great job, TV man.
Nice to hear you in there, Spacey.
Got that boy. I don't know if TV man heard me there, but I'm getting a lot of weird noise. I don't know what the heck it is.
Yeah, that's Radio Man, not TV Man. But yeah, I'm sure he knew we were talking to him. But yeah, I don't know. You got a transformer noise or something?
Is that you there, Swiper?
I don't know what it is.
I think that was Kelly trying to hold the Swiper.
Weird.
Is that you, Swiper?
10-4.
Yeah, you sound different than you usually do.
Yeah, I'm on my brand new striker. I just got a new radio.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, you just sound different, that's all.
Thank you, thank you.
How about it, Mr. Paranoid? I said it right that time? I think that's what that stuff does to you.
Oh, yeah, when you said CB Man, I said, I think he's talking to me, but that's, yeah, all right, yeah, no, no problem. And, you know, I'm hearing weird noises too, Spacey, and it might be, I don't know, might be the conditions. I was hearing Hawaii, I was hearing Nevada, Colorado, Australia. There could be some weird band noises going on. I don't know.
And I think I might be responsible for that guy who was going, ooh, ooh. I think that's the guy that I got into it with earlier down in Florida.
You running an amp, Swiper?
I am. Oh, yeah, it's working. Yeah, it's still working. Yeah, why?
Oh, try cutting the amp off. See what it sounds like.
Who is that, Swiper?
That's with just the 2-pill on.
It sounds better like that.
Oh, was that Taz?
It sounds better like that.
Yeah, I gotta stay right on the audio to keep it from cutting out. It's not really a sideband amp, the 16-pill. It's a Class C amp. You know, it doesn't have the bias in it, so I gotta stay right on the audio if I want it to stay open. I'll turn it back on and I'll stay right on the audio. How about now? 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Staying on the audio.
Yeah, 10-4. No, you just sound different than you usually do when you Kenwood, that's all.
I didn't catch that. Somebody on AM talking.
So you just sound different than you usually do when you Kenwood.
Oh, well, I'm sure the Kenwood, yeah. And in my 50 is, I've done a lot of work.
Hey, welcome, Stevie in New Hampshire, 3539. Thanks for stopping by.
Roger. No, you sound good. I know who you are, but, you know, you just sounded way better on that Kenwood, that's all.
10-4.
Now over here, I can understand you better.
Yeah, I was going to say, you sound like Swiper to me.
As long as you stay on it, it sounds real good.
Yeah, that's something I have to consciously pay attention to, because otherwise the amp shuts off. It's off and clicking, you know, it's off and on.
Swiper, I'm not receiving Taz that great. How come? Are you receiving them good?
Oh, yeah. Bring it back, Taz. I want to see what we can get for a signal on you.
1, 2, 1, 2, hello, audio. No, I'm on the Yazoo, so it only does 95. I think I got it set at 85.
It sounded choice over here. You're like a 7 swinging a 9.
I got noise, static coming in with everybody. It's weird.
Alright, I just cranked it up, so max this thing will do is 100 watts.
Hey, 35 Delta 114 in West Virginia. Thank you. I remember from talking to you earlier today. Thanks for stopping by and checking things out.
I do. Hold on.
I guess Mike was running a brand new 955, huh?
Some of the best mics comes with them strikers. You know what I mean? They just match perfect for them.
Yeah, they usually do sound really good with the stock mic. Striker 955.
How about now there, Hawkeye? How's that sound?
Yeah, you definitely got some more lows. I mean, we could probably spend some time another day and do a little more tweaking, but it definitely has more lows than that D104.
I definitely wanted to get together with you on the, talking about tweaking this thing.
Yeah, it actually sounds like you're hitting it kind of hard. You could probably either turn the mic gain back, or I don't know if it has more to do with your amplifier, if you're hitting your amp harder, but it sounds real good. I think you just need to clean it up a little bit.
All right, I backed down the mic there a bit. Said no, I'm not hitting the amp. And my 50 wailed the amp way. This isn't even doing anything close to what my 50 does to it.
Yeah, it sounds like there's a setting, an adjustment. Either you need to hit the amp harder, or it sounds a little bit raspy around the edges. So I'm not all that familiar with the amp. I don't know if you need to hit it harder or what.
I don't even know if it. Well, it does seem. Yeah, I did turn the power up. Oh, yeah, it's hitting now. I didn't even know if the power worked on sideband on this radio, but it does.
Yeah, I had to turn the power up on this on sideband, and then on AM I got to turn it all the way down almost.
How about now there, Hawkeye? Does it sound a little better with the D104 now that the power's up and the mic gain is down a bit?
Yeah, you're back on the D104?
10 more.
Yeah, it does sound better. It doesn't quite sound as narrow or tinny.
10-4, yeah, I probably need a little more power. I could actually give it some more. I don't know how much, now she's swinging close to 1200 now.
Oh, it does sound better down here, no doubt.
Yeah, I guess it just needed more power.
Yeah, that's what she said. Give her more.
Just that extra half inch.
Yeah, no, it definitely sounds better down here. Is that version 3 or whatever with the 8-color backlit?
I believe it's a version 2.
A half an inch is a version 2?
I didn't know the version 3 was out yet.
Oh, a lot of people have been saying, well, there's different versions, this, that, and the other, but the latest, I've seen version 2s, and I've looked closely, and there's that noise blanketer plus. I don't know, the difference I saw was between the version 2 and the version 3, which has 8-color backlit, which comes in the box that's red, not, you know what I mean?
Oh, 21, you must be talking about Swiper with the new radio. I'm going to tell him that. It's funny because you guys think that the other local Screwdriver, you think he sounds like Frank Rizzo from the Jerky Boys.
Compared to the older version boxes.
Hey, Swiper.
Yes, sir?
Dirty Diaper down in South Carolina, he says you sound like Peter Griffin from Family Guy.
I don't know actually who that is, but okay. Is that good? I don't know. That doesn't sound good. That might be an insult.
It's a funny cartoon. It's not a kid's cartoon, but it's funny.
Yeah, Taz, it is mostly red box.
10-4, yeah, you got the latest version then. Yeah, I just ordered one off Donkey Stomper Amps, or whatever it is, Donkey Stomper Products.
Oh, cool. Does that mean I'm going to get one for my birthday, too?
He puts it in on eBay for parts not working, but it says new.
I actually didn't get it for my birthday, so I bought it after my birthday. I got other expensive expensive shit for my birthday, though.
Man, you're like a 16-year-old with a quinceañera there.
What was that, Radio Man?
You're like those 16-year-old Mexican girls when they have their quinceañera with all your little expensive prizes.
I know. Well, my wife says if I behave, she'll buy me expensive things.
Oh, that's asking a lot.
I know.
So I bought that, I don't know, I just bought it tonight, that Striker 955 off, I don't know, Donkey Stomper.
Yeah, I got mine from Truck CB Shop, and I couldn't be happier. He called me the night I ordered it, or Saturday night, I think he called. Yeah, he called me Saturday night and wanted to clarify if I wanted anything done to it, which I didn't. I wanted it stock. And then I asked him when he thought it would be arriving, and he said Friday. And I'm like, oh, that's too bad. I'd miss sideband night on Thursday. Well, he put a rush on it, and he got it here.
No shit. No, I was debating on this morning. I was looking last night, and I don't know, the way Donkey Stomper sells stuff, like radios and stuff on eBay, it says for parts not working, but in the description it says new. You know what I mean? So that's just covering his ass. So hopefully I'm not going to get burnt on it.
Oh, I can't imagine. He's pretty reputable.
That's what I thought, too, considering you look down there, it said 2 available. So, you know what I mean? Well, how much you pay for it?
Talking to me, how much I paid?
No, it's cash. $4.45, free shipping. Well, it should be working.
That's new. That's I've heard, yeah.
Yeah, for that kind of money, it better not be parts.
No, it showed it on channel 20, you know what I mean? And so it's just, that's his way of covering his ass.
So people don't part swap out of it. That's why.
Oh, you can't part swap out of them newer Strikers anyway. It ain't even possible.
Very good. You can take the face off it.
Hey, Wingnut, did you even check in?
Probably not. I got sidetracked.
That's it. You're stand in the corner.
You guys doubled.
I was just saying, Wingnut, you got to stand in the corner now.
Hey, it wouldn't be the first time.
I just like the name Donkey Stomper.
And then we got Skitter out there making comments. He likes to just come in and not check in.
Hey, Radio Man, what's the count up to now?
We're up to 27. We're a far cry from 50.
Did you copy Double D, Fort Clyde?
I did not, Cobra. Please acknowledge that we have him, if you wouldn't mind.
We're getting there.
Yeah, I actually heard him. It's funny, when everyone's talking, if it's a little bit of a weaker signal, but when he said thank you, I heard him come in there and say thank you. But I appreciate that, Cobra. He just got a little lost in the shuffle.
Yeah, that made a big difference, Swiper. Take a mental note of where the knobs are right now, because it's sounding sweet.
I'm stepping right up to the mic too. I got the mic gain down on the radio. The mic gain on the bottom of the Silver Eagle is off. And that's the way I've always run it. And the mic, I got to turn the mic gain back down to where people told me on AM it was sounding good. I thought I needed to turn it up for sideband. Apparently on this radio I don't. And I definitely got to put the power up a little more.
Sounds real good right there, Swiper.
All one of those radios actually sound good.
You told me the same thing, you son bitch.
Well, it must be the version 2, because you do that on any other fucking radio and it won't sound good, I guarantee it.
You know, Hawkeye, that's the same issue when I first started running this Striker, is that you you got to wind the power to the amp.
Yeah, I'll have to remember that when I, in a couple of weeks.
Because, I mean, I haven't heard you complain about me in a couple weeks, so I've been trying to wind the power right to the amp, and I do that, and I watch the meter.
Is there an A and L setting in there in the software settings?
The anal?
An A and L.
Probably.
$420. My wife says no way.
Get putting $25 a week away.
Yeah, I'll probably get it 2 years from now.
Good. I thought I needed to turn it up as I'm apparently on this radio. I
Probably should be
and I definitely got to put the power up a little more.
She just checked it out. $420 on Amazon.
Start saving your soda bottles.
You need to get a better antenna anyway, so forget about the radio.
That's a fair point.
I got plenty of antennas. They're just not up in the sky.
Well, get pulling a bob and trying them.
Drivers not out there tonight?
I haven't heard from him. I sent him a message earlier. No response. So I'm guessing something came up.
You guys can hear this radio?
Yeah, I'm hearing you. Go ahead.
Hey, radio man, get next up. Okay. Why can't they beat the guy with the scanning antenna? Yes, go look at and yeah, I ran one for a number of years back years ago. I know a lot of you guys run beams. The same concept as a beam, except now you don't have to run a omnidirectional flux.
2020 Cyclops, 2020 Cyclops, in Rochester, you still out here, 269, this
was not a big
269, this territory of Waldo.
Who was that in there asking the antenna question? I wasn't following who that was. Oh, okay, Hunter, I'm just not hearing you as good as I normally do. Hold on a second, Hunter. Let me move the antenna so I can hear you. I don't know, usually I hear you a little bit better. Just your signal's down a little bit tonight for some reason. Stand by. Give me a minute here. I'll call you back in just a second. All right, Hunter, go ahead and try that again.
Okay. Can you hear me better now?
Oh, yeah, big time. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was asking you, you're kind of a techno guy. Now, years ago, I used to run a super scanner antenna. Now, why can't they bring back that concept? Because I understand, a lot of you guys run beams and stuff. Point your beam in that direction, the signal goes out to that direction, you receive in that direction. Well, with the super scanner, you had three elements. And you can energize all three of them in your omnidirectional. Listen all 360 degrees. Switch it over, energize, one element, point. Yeah, I had one point, two go up, the other southwest, the other one south. And, of course, no rotor box. This is this. But why can't they bring back that concept? I know it wasn't a big dB gain on that antenna, but why can't they redesign it so it does have a better dB gain?
I have no idea. I mean, you could very easily build one. You know, you'd have to come up with some sort of switch box, but I don't know. I mean, with the solar cycle being what it is, maybe they'll come out with something, but I know there's nothing like that really exists right now. But, you know, Screwdriver did some testing with him, and he wasn't all that impressed with it. I don't have any first-hand experience with it, but he didn't think it was that great of an antenna. I thought there was someone on here that uses a super scanner. Doesn't Novocaine run a super scanner?
Back, yeah, years ago. Of course, I was in a different area. I was over by Swiper. But, I mean, it's running a beam and then have to have another antenna for your omnidirectional.
The one thing I did like about the super scanner is it does give you some rejection. It doesn't give you any gain at all, as far as I'm concerned. It's just a half-wave antenna, but it does give you some rejection.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I ran one for a number of years, and I always liked the rejection part of it. I always did well. I talked out to Sagahahoc, Waldo. Of course, there was a lot more radios back then, but just running, like my president there and stuff, I talk out there. Sagahahoc, Waterville, Rumford, all in that area, and just pointing at, you know.
269, stay the main. 269, stay the main.
Well, even if they brought it back, you can't change the fact that the only way to get more gain is to add more elements. I mean, that hasn't changed.
369's trying to get out.
Yeah, it's paranoid. He's trying to shoot Skip.
Even today, you look at the beams there. The fucking beams are your small antenna.
I'm right in love with this radio.
You like to receive?
I do. Everybody in town gives me 60, though. That's a little over. I'm going to have to adjust the receive meter on it. It's a little generous.
Yeah, I thought it was too.
Everybody giving you 60?
Yeah, anybody within 5 miles.
It's funny because Screwdriver told me that his dead end. I mean, everybody out of town, it hits a wall. I don't remember what it was, 30 or whatever it was. But yeah, everybody hits a wall. 60 though. That's a little over. I'm gonna have to adjust
the settings are different or something.
Yeah, clearly he must have. Yeah, somebody either tweaked it before him or he did it himself. I don't know. That's a little over. I'm gonna have to adjust the receive meter on it. That's what she said. A little generous. Everybody in town gives me 60, though. That's a little over. I'm going to have to adjust the receive meter on it. It's a little generous.
No, that's point that it sounds a little bit like Screwdriver tonight.
It's the second time that somebody's confused me with Screwdriver. I can hear you. Yeah, 10-4 on the Rumford. Yeah, you're giving me a 5. You're a little off channel, to me anyway. But yeah.
sounds like he's a little off channel. Not too bad, though.
Northern Cal, afternoon. I couldn't say hello to you. Hope everything's going good for you today. Over.
Yeah, Skip Wind stepped on you there.
Northern Cal. Nice sunny day, no wind. Yay!
Oh, let's see. Sorry. Yeah, Justin Schultz. Oh, thanks on the camera. Yeah, it's just a, I don't know what you want to call a web camera. Or, well, it's actually technically a security camera, but I just jacked the feed into here. The SDR is SDR Uno is the program that I'm running. And actually, I got it opened up probably a little wider. Geez, I'm looking at, what, 26.4 to 28.3. I don't need it that open. I could probably tighten it up a little bit.
Roger. You two keep meeting like that, we're going to have to start charging somebody.
Geez, still here in California in there.
Yeah, he's trying. Hey, I'm jumping up and down, waving my hands. I'm trying to get out.
561 in Central California. 561 in Central California. You're making a trip way up here in the state of Maine. 333, we're calling you.
Simple, or just jumping around and trying all you can.
I don't believe it.
Jesus, I think that person was on AM.
Screwdriver checking in.
You're on AM.
Who's on AM?
Oh, that's right. It sounds like he's mobile.
I don't know, but he's on AM.
The big squash.
Screwdriver, do you realize I'm trying to tell you you're on AM. Are you doing that on purpose?
Sounded fine up here.
He sounded good over here on that last key up.
Yeah, but notice he's not responding to anybody. Hey, Screwdriver, you're on AM. Cut the shit. Yeah, he's having a problem. I guarantee it.
But I heard him check in.
Yeah, I did hear him check in. You can put him in the numbers there, whether he's on AM or sideband or not.
Do I need to formally check in, Radio Man?
I gotcha. Hey, World Radio 561. World Radio 561. We got you. Go ahead.
119 in the state of Maine.
I'm on my home PTH.
I got you a little bit and you cut off on me.
We're in the state of Maine. We're checking in the state of Maine.
Well, anyway, hey, 561 Central California, we're in
Go at him, radio. He's not hearing me.
All right, let me switch over to the flat side. How about that 561? 561, we're on the flat side, pointed west. 561, you got a copy on 260, state of Maine.
All right, I don't understand this. I had you in there, and I don't have you in there. Then you sound like there's other people, and they gone away. Must be the condition.
561, 561 from 260, do you copy?
561, 119, state of Maine.
561, standing by. Come on.
I think he's been drinking.
561, Lodi, California.
Yeah, you got him.
561, Lodi, California, standing by.
561, we don't know who you're talking to. You have to use someone's numbers. You just keep saying 561. We don't know who you're responding to.
Yeah, he was hollering back at Paranoid.
All right, I give up.
The ship is fading away, finally, huh?
You got him, Paranoid. I heard it.
10-4. Well, I talked to Australia earlier, and then right after I talked to him, Radio Man was talking to him.
Yeah, Radio Man wasn't out there saying this is Radio Man, Radio Man. He was hearing us call Radio Man.
Right, it was probably, yeah, one of you guys calling him.
Yeah, he was trying to check in.
Which is kind of funny.
Well, the thing is confusing. He just kept saying 561, but I didn't know who he was talking to.
I clearly heard him respond to Paranoid.
Yeah, maybe I was keyed up with him. I switched over to the horizontal, and I could hear him loud and clear pointed west, so I don't know. I think the guy was drinking or something.
Shocker.
Drinking, Southern California, you never know.
Yeah, I had him like S7 on the horizontal. That's why I couldn't believe he couldn't hear me.
Pretty sure he heard me at first, but then he started fading away, so I'm assuming I faded away on him.
Yeah, I switched to my horizontal there, Radio Man, and I couldn't hear him as good, or he couldn't hear me as good, so I just flipped it right back to the vertical. It seemed to do better.
He definitely called your numbers. 261, is that your numbers?
269.
10-4. Yeah, I heard him call back to you.
10-4, yeah. Most of the guys, sometimes I even get all about, 269, Mr. Paranoid, and sometimes they call that back, and I like especially Australia when they call about Mr. Paranoid, or the guys in England and stuff. It's funny as hell.
Right when I was talking to Pipeline, he was stopping on Swiper.
Son of a...
Oh, I did. I know. I'm sorry about that, Mike. I didn't mean to. I apologize.
Oh, don't worry about it. I was trying to get him to relay a message because I couldn't hear you because the skip was so loud. I was trying to get him to relay. Don't do that.
Yeah, well, actually, I can hear you, believe it or not, this radio and out here, the noise level is so low that I can run preamps out here and everything. It's awesome.
Yeah, I do have a preamp over here I'm going to put back in line when I actually mount. I'm going to do some work to this radio, and then I'm going to mount it onto my shelf here and revamp this whole area, and I'm going to put my preamp back in line. I'm anxious to have that.
Yeah, roger that. I definitely missed it when I was running my other radio, without a preamp. I'm running my FPDX-10 usually tonight, so this radio has 2 preamps, and just running one tonight is all I really need. It seems to be going great.
Yeah, 10-4. Hey, Wayne, did you see the picture I sent there of the bracket all painted up?
I'll take a gander here. Let me look.
That's in our group chat there. That's something that bugged me. It was the same way with my 95T, 95 VHP, whatever the fuck it is. 98. The Galaxy 98. Big high dollar radio. You spend all kinds of money on it, and they send a fucking a plain metal bracket that looks like shit, in my opinion. My wife likes the look of it, but I wanted to fucking paint
That's way better.
Fuck yeah. Sitting on the cast iron here, getting nice and baked on.
Perfect. Yeah, I gotta get an Omni antenna up here somehow. I gotta do it.
Absolutely. You gotta trim trees, we'll get together, we'll get some CBers over there, we'll help you clean up the fucking mess.
Well, that's the biggest reason I haven't done it. It's just, you know, finding time to deal with the mess and whatnot.
You got a chainsaw?
Yeah, I can get a chainsaw.
I mean, I got one, but I gotta put new gas lines in it. Last time I went to put gas in it, it just dumped on the floor.
I got one you put batteries in.
Those are the best.
You need to have some 6-foot pole that you put on it.
Oh, well, the ones that I've seen, they're a little too big to go on a pole.
It is a little rough to handle on the end of that pole.
Yeah, it's nice, though, to have it on a pole. You can get the branches that are, you know, a little higher out of reach.
How many branches did it take you to realize not to stand under it? Just a weakling. I wish I had arms to run this off.
Green Machine, what's going on? Mr. Paranoid over here in Waldo. 10-4, Green Machine on the 500-foot hill in Albion. I heard you down here in Waldo. Yeah, you're Mr. Paranoid down here in Waldo, Green Machine. I'm doing well, Nice, making a nice trip from that mobile from Albion.
Hello, Commissioner. Been working on sideband or what?
Oh, 10-4 on Benton. Yep, what'd you say, 100 in Benton? Yeah, roger that on the mobile in Benton. Yeah, making a good trip down to Waldo. Yeah, roger that. You gotta try to reach over your room. Roger. Yeah, I'll lay your name just 50 years out. Probably 35 minutes or so will be Green Machine on top of the big hill.
I can just barely hear him. I can't understand it, but I can just barely hear him.
Yeah, I guess Harry and Newport, yeah, absolutely. How are you tonight, Harry? It's Mr. Paranoid.
How about that gas, man? You got a copy?
Okay, copy that, Harry. And sorry about that on the Moose. Yeah, the skip was rolling pretty good earlier. We got you, Harry.
So we'll put him to the list, check it in.
Yeah, you got Taz out, yeah? Hello?
Hey, Ted.
Oh, I thought somebody was hollering to me.
I don't know, Paranoid's talking
talking to a couple of guys that I can just barely, I can tell they're keying up, but I can't really understand them.
Hello, Paranoid, you out there?
Yeah, absolutely. I get you guys, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I get you good down here. You sound all right up there your way?
Yeah, you're sounding good up this way. Got a lot of signals, a lot of movement, but I see you on the scope, and I'm definitely hearing you.
10-4. No, this thing's definitely working then.
Absolutely, yeah. So just trying to see if we can get Harry up to Newport checked in.
We got him.
For a few minutes.
Roger, guys. Have a good one. Nice to talk to you. It's nice to be able to reach you from here.
Hello, Mr. Paranoid.
Hey, what's going on? Wayne?
Not a lot. Just heard you in there. Want to say howdy.
Roger. Oh, you're doing great tonight. Oh, you give me a lot of signal. What'd you do over there?
Well, I swung the antenna your way.
I guess so. You did me 10 over up here. Nice to blow swiper away.
What's up? Uh-oh, here we go.
I knew that was going to happen.
Yeah, you are.
Wah, wah, wah.
No, you did a pretty good deal. You're 10 over here as well there, Swiper.
I'll give you a hand if you need help getting that antenna up there.
Well, it would be nice to have a bucket over here. I mean, it's going on the roof. It's not going very high, but, they're going me and hard to walk up a ladder.
Oh, yeah, you can't beat that.
In fact, I'll probably put it together on the roof. If I do it by hand, I'll probably put it together on the roof.
That'll look good up on the roof.
Oh, fuck yeah, there's already a rotor up there. I mean, I had a beam up there. I had it flat side, so I'm going to have to go higher to go vertical. But, yeah, that's the plan in the spring.
Could you have me take the PDL-2 down?
Yep.
Hey, will you guys stop me across the street talking, man?
Sorry, go ahead, Spacey.
No, I'm just kidding.
Actually need to be quiet. Let my neighbor talk for a while.
Oh, boy. My radio, I can't receive, so it don't matter. My receive, something's going on.
More than likely, Spacey, it's in your house or your building. More than likely, it usually is.
I'm wondering if it's this freaking Chinese power supply I'm running. I wonder if that's it.
Low cost of $15, you can find an EMF receiver and find the noise. And if there's any ghosts in your house, you can find them too.
Well, the only ghost is me. I eat all the food.
I heard that, Space Rider. The only ghost is me, you said. I heard that.
Yeah, Paranoid, Space Rider, Paranoid can hear you up there too.
Hey, good evening, Mr. Paranoid. I don't know if you got a copy on me tonight, but I hear ya.
Roger. No, I get your copy tonight for sure there, Space Rider. I do hear you again up here. Not much signal.
He said not much signal, but he can hear you. He can't hear you, Paranoid. He's got like 9 dB of caca coming in on his radio.
I hear him perfectly fine. Yep. Yeah, I hear you, Mr. Paranoid. I hear you.
I guess he's hearing you. I'll stand by.
Oh, Roger. Okay, well, maybe you are hearing me there, Space Rider. All that noise?
Yeah, I'm hearing you through all that noise. Yeah. You're giving me just past the 9 there, Roger?
Right, absolutely. Well, it's nice to be able to talk to you again. That's 2 weeks in a row, Space Rider. 2 weeks in a row we've talked.
Hey, 2 weeks ain't bad there. That's like 2 out of 3. Ain't bad.
10-4. All right, nice to talk to you. 73 for Mr. Paranoid in Waldo.
But I won't do that.
Hey, I appreciate it, Mr. Paranoid. I hope you have a great night there.
10-4. Space Rider? Come on, that's impressive because he's the biggest contact over there in Auburn. 0500.
How about it, Mr. Paranoid?
Yeah, go ahead.
Clearwater here.
Hey, how you doing, Clearwater? Boy, you're coming to real good today.
Thank you very much. You too, yes.
Absolutely. Boy, you give me a second. What'd you do? You got an amp over there? What's going on? Fire in the wire? What's going on?
I got a little amp.
Thanks, I was going to say, that's pretty big antenna. You're pointing the beam at me, right?
Yes, yes.
No, it sounded really good, Clearwater. What radio are you on tonight?
He pointed his beam at me.
Strikers, you can't beat those, huh?
I like it.
Everybody seems to like those strikers. They're a good radio. I had a couple in the past, and I've got most of the ones I've had my hands on in the past, but no, they have really nice radios.
Other guys that got them out here, I see Mr. Swiper bought one.
10-4, he sounds good.
There he does. All right, I'm going to back out of here. Nice talking to you.
Yeah, right back at you. 73 from Mr. Paranoid up here in Waldo.
Hey, how about that Clearwater? Get a copy on Space Rider?
Space Rider, I certainly do.
Yeah, you're sounding good, Clearwater, no doubt. Wanted to wave a hand to you there. Good evening.
Good evening. You're coming in down here in Topsom. Got a good copy on you.
Hey, straight back to you there, Clearwater. Good hearing from you. Take care. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.
Oh, yes, I will.
Sounding good, Clearwater. Thanks.
Right.
How about it, Clearwater?
Go ahead.
Yeah, I got your switch for you. Came in today.
Oh, 10-4. Open it up, look at it.
Oh, yeah, it's nice.
Good, good. You gave me them numbers this morning, but I had to tweak them numbers a little bit, then I had you.
Yeah, I think you weren't quite pointed in the direction. It made quite a difference when you tweaked her a little bit.
10-4.
Hey, Spacey.
Yeah, go ahead, Radio Man.
You know, last weekend, I had a problem with noise in my house that if you were S7 or under, I couldn't hear you. And it was a goddamn wireless charger for an iPhone. And I had to wrap a ferrite around it. I had to go around the house with my portable radio till first I started turning off breakers until I figured out which circuit it was on. And then I went walking around with a portable radio in that room. And it was a wireless charger that my daughter uses. And I literally put 3 wraps around a ferrite and it went right away. So it might be something right close to you. Could be right even something where you live.
Right.
Yeah, no kidding. Yeah, it doesn't do it on AM, just sideband. Stays right at 9. It don't even go away. I'm just wondering if it's this 50 amp tiny power supply. Maybe not. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't do it on AM. Just on sideband. If I go lower sideband, upper sideband, 1-240. Stays right at 9, little bit after 9. I sent Swiper the video there. I don't know if he noticed it on the meter there, but yeah, I don't know. It's weird. I don't get it.
Oh, yeah, that is kind of weird. And hey, there's someone in there who keeps saying break, break. Go ahead. I heard you. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is Grizzly up in Sebattis. I just want to make sure that I got in for the count.
Oh, hey, Grizzly. Yeah, no problem. Like I said, I wasn't ignoring you. I was just talking with Spacey there, but I heard you. Yeah, we've talked before, Grizzly and Sebattis. Well, yeah, welcome. Yeah, hang out for a bit. I'm sure there's a few people in here who want to say hi to you.
Grizzly, what's going on? Mr. Paranoid up here in Waldo.
Mr. Paranoid, is that your permanent QTH now?
Oh, yeah, Roger. I moved. Yeah, I moved. I sold the house and I moved up here. I live up in the country and I love it.
Yeah, roger that. Well, you're sounding good down here in Sebattis.
Roger that, yeah. Well, we did make some improvements, being out here. We got a nice location, too, so it's great to skip. It's nice and wide open.
roger that. All right, I'm going to back it down, not tie the channel up. I know there's a lot of people in here. So, Grizzly and Sabatis, we're sitting in the trees.
Roger, roger. Sitting in the trees here. Grizzly, you have a good one. Mr. Paranoid, back on the bushes.
You got a copy on Space Rider?
Oh, come on. Who doesn't have a copy on the Space Rider?
Oh, no, don't say that too loud. You'll make my head swell. Wait a minute, it already is.
How you been?
Hey, good. Not too bad, not too bad.
Yeah, I was here last week. Are you mobile now, or is this in the house?
Yeah, this is my base setup in the house. I'm only running the Galaxy DX949, about 10 watts.
Yeah, roger that. All right, well, sounding good up here.
Yeah, he's good. Howling to Floyd. I heard that guy howling to Floyd. Mr. Paranoid.
Right back to you there, Grizz. You have a good night.
All right, take it easy. Catch you later. Grizzly's on the side.
Roger, roger. Here you do too. Yeah, I don't know if Radio Man's put you on the list yet or not, but yeah, Radio Man will take it.
Yeah, I got you, Grizzly. And that radio sounded real good, Grizzly.
What was that, Swiper?
I shared your video that you sent me with the group.
Oh, 10-4, cool, yeah. Yeah, see what I mean? I don't get it. I don't know. I'm going to try a different power supply. I ordered another Power Max, so.
You guys must not hear me, huh?
Can you share my phone number with Space Rider again?
Yeah.
Maybe, I don't know.
Hey, you're way off channel, whoever that is. You're off channel too, Hutch. I can't hear you that great.
Yeah, it's a Cumberland 148, so all I got for radio over here.
There's a couple of more check-ins there. What is it? That must bring us up to like 30 now, huh?
Well, wait a second. I got Grizzly, but I don't have anyone after Grizzly. Who else has showed up? I've been hearing a bunch of people that don't sound right.
Well, we got Green Machine, I heard. We got Hutch, and Paranoid was talking to somebody else up there. I can't remember his handle. Yeah, there's been a few.
Did you get Wingnut in Auburn too?
Yeah, hold on. There's a bunch of people talking. But yeah, I got Wingnut.
About that Radio Man.
Yeah, go ahead for Radio Man.
Swiper.
Hey, a Maniac Mobile.
A little.
Okay, Maniac. Yeah, I got you real good in the mobile. Sounding good.
Damn boy.
Yeah, I got you in there, Maniac.
Roger, sit here in the driveway.
Oh, 10-4. Yeah, I'll be on the side in a minute.
And we also got Harry.
It took me a minute to get this thing tuned in. I think it's now, I don't know what it is.
That's the other one, Harry in Newport.
Yeah, hold on. Let me just run down through this. So, let's just say from I'll roll back. I got Skitter, I got DD, I got Screwdriver, I got Green Machine, I got Harry, I got Grizzly, and I got Hutch, and I got Maniac. Now, I'm just rolling back a little way, so all you guys from earlier don't need to say your name. I just rolled back the last couple check-ins. That's what I got so far. And who is that? Who is that? Someone said, hey, you left me out. Who was that?
That was the Pixie being a smart ass.
All right, that's not necessary. Thank you.
You really need a stupid ass.
Yeah, kick him out, kick him out.
149.
I was was complaining because you didn't list my name.
And I specifically said you don't have to. I was just rolling back the last couple, and I said that for your benefit, and you still had to say something.
I know.
Paranoid calling at you.
I apologize. Just trying to be funny.
You hear him, Hutch? No. He can just barely hear you, he said.
Makes it a little better. I can now hear you just barely, yep.
Yep, he can hear you.
I'm on 148 over here. I don't think it's, I'm probably way off channel, so it's probably hard to hear me.
Yeah, you're a ways off, but yeah, I can understand you, so you're not that far off.
Maniac trying one more time.
Yeah, go ahead, Maniac.
Yeah, I was playing with the two knobs here. I didn't know if I got it any better or got any worse.
No, Maniac, your radio sounds right on the money. They're talking about Hutch over there in Lewiston. They weren't talking about you. Your radio sounds real good, Maniac.
All right, thank you.
Yeah, he's way down in there for me, but I can still understand him, so yeah, he's on channel.
Yeah, I didn't know if he was getting confused because they were talking about him. I'm like, no, Maniacs, don't touch anything. Your radio's right zeroed in.
Sample. All right, thank you guys. I'm out.
Hey, where are you checking in from in the mobile? Just kind of curious. I keyed with Swiper. Where are you checking in from on the mobile there, Maniac, before you go?
Base at Dunton Hill and 202.
Oh, okay, yep, copy that. Yeah, I know roughly where you are. Just wondering, just to get a gauge on the mobile signal. See ya.
Yep, tempo.
You saying that's on frequency?
If we're talking about compared to Hutch, yeah, he sounds fine over here.
Okay, it's all relative.
Well, I mean, all right, so he's not on frequency is what you're telling me.
Well, compared to you and Swiper, he wasn't anywhere close, at least not on my radio.
And you're talking about Maniac? I don't know, sounded like Maniac to me.
Oh, I think I had it on low power here. I just kicked it up a little bit.
Well, I don't know. Yeah, Screwdriver. Screwdriver seems to think you're off frequency, so I don't know. But what kind of radio you running?
If you're talking to me, it's a Galaxy 88. No, I'm just having a hard time tuning everybody in, that's all.
Oh, okay. All right, is it like an open clarifier or something?
No, it's got a course and a fine.
All right, well, I know you were trying to clear off, so I won't hold you in there, so I'll let you go. I know you're trying to get out of there.
Yeah, I just want to get out of the car, that's all.
All right, have a good night.
Ample. Maniac clear.
Yeah, Wingnut, I got about 5 dB of static over here, so I mean, it's not quite as bad as what you're getting, but I wouldn't say I have a static level, because I'm...
Let's see, I'm just catching up here in the chat. 2020's eating cake. All right, that's nice. Okay, Bear, we got you from Cumberland. All right.
Hello. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, is that better?
Yes, it is.
Low time there, beginner.
Add a swap radios, Cooper 2000. Too loud, needs to be turned down, sounds good.
Now leave it alone, it sounds good.
That's what she said, it'll grow.
Blow on it real hard, it'll grow real big.
If you want to come down just a touch, if you can, but don't worry about it if you can't.
How's that right there? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Too much.
Hello, 1, 2, 3, 4, right there.
Oh, that's awesome, right there.
10 4.
Let me get somebody else to give you a check.
Perfect.
So I guess this thing must be opened up there on the course and the voice lock. Sounds good out there, Hawkeye?
Yeah, sounds perfect, Hunch. Well, pretty close to perfect. Very good, very good.
Alright. How about if I do something like that? Still sound fine?
Yep, still sounds good.
10 4.
I hear you out here in Waldo.
If you still can't hear Paranoid, because he's hearing you good now.
Yeah, the receive seems to suck on this 2000 for some reason. I don't know why.
Careful, but I hear you pretty good out here. There's pipes right now.
I can hear him on the other radio, but I can't hear him on this one.
You just stepped on him. He was telling you he could hear you pretty good.
10-4, of course, right? Got to key up together every time.
Must need the receive opened up on this thing or something.
Just going out to the chat stream. Yeah, I'm bundled up down here tonight. I'm not running the wood stove. It's kind of mild today, so didn't run the wood stove. So it's a little chilly down here, so I'm bundled up.
So I'm going to step out for a few. I'll be back.
Have a wonderful evening.
Doing there, Mr. Screwdriver?
Oh, I'm doing good. What's happening?
Oh, not too much. I was a little worried. Hadn't heard from you. I was like, what the fuck? Something must be up.
I stopped for drinks on the way home and some supper, and the place we were going to go was shut down temporarily in Falmouth, so we went over to Westbrook and ran into a buddy that I used to work with for 20-something years, and haven't seen him in probably like 5 or 6 years, so, you know, it turned into a talking thing, and I tried to check it on the way home, but all I have is AM in my radio, so I keyed up, I think, twice. I was trying to listen to the feed, and then I realized I wasn't even on the right week's feed, and yeah, it was a nightmare, so I turned it off, and, well, here I am. I've been back, and I've been listening and trying to let the shit roll.
10-4.
Yeah, man, that's odd. Usually you're a lot slower.
Man, what are you doing over there, Fix-It? I was going to say, is that who that was? But that sounded horrible. You know, it's only like 3 or 4 weeks ago, he sounded absolutely amazing. Whatever he was on sounded great, and I'll tell you, in the last 3 weeks, every week you seem to get a little worse and worse. That is not good.
The Mirage, he
the Mirage when he sounded perfect.
Yeah, I mean, you sounded like you were having battery issues the last couple weeks, and now I don't know what you were doing, but it just doesn't, I can tell if you fix it, but it just doesn't sound as good as you have, that's for sure. I'm not trying to give you shit. Well, yeah, I am trying to give you shit, but I'm just telling you.
Yeah, mono wireless might get the neighbor's house.
That explains it.
It doesn't sound amazing.
Yes, doesn't sound amazing, what he said.
I'm at about 20 minutes.
Probably what his neighbor said, too.
Yep.
I'm just laughing. He's at his neighbor's house. Oh, check out this neat CB radio thing. Ah, you sound like shit. Get off the goddamn thing. What the fuck?
No, I was actually over there trying to check out his wireless charger. It's noisy too.
Noises everywhere.
Wireless charger gets you every time.
I think I even had my the program ready to go. I was like, thought I was going to be home in time, and next thing I know, I'm like, fuck, it's 8 o'clock, and I haven't left yet. Like, fuck me.
We went through it and said a little. I said something about about Night Train, and I reminded everyone about the meetup there at Sliders and all that. So yeah, everything went fine.
Oh yeah, I assumed it would. Yes, let's hopefully let's get as many people to show up next week for some food, some lunch, some drinks, some cornhole, whatever the hell we plan on doing, but see if people will show up. It'll be a good time. No soup for you.
QSK. Go QSK.
Hey, good evening. It's the Furnace King checking in.
I think that's going to be your new handle.
The Furnace King, I love it.
Yeah, it's Rigor Mortis Rooster over here.
I was going to say it must be that guy in Bath.
You said Furnace King, and I started writing Furnace King down in the notebook.
Where are you, Rigor Mortis King or Furnace Guy or whatever the fuck?
I'm over here in Bath.
In four in the bath.
Rigor Mortis Furnace.
Rigor Mortis Furnace, there you go. Hey, screwdriver.
Yes, sir.
Striker doesn't drive that amp like my 50 does.
That is kind of surprising.
Well, the swing kit in there, the average power,
Yeah, my average power tends to, I mean, I know it's a whole lot more of a peak power radio, but with the peak going up to 90, my average seems to be more than the normal radio, so that's interesting.
My Striker's stock. I mean, all I did was convert it. There's no tinkering going on yet.
Oh, mine's the same way out back.
Oh, fuck no. Not mine. I don't know. I didn't even push it. I just, turned it all the way down and turned the amps on.
Hot just a mud duck.
Fuck, my little 497 over here is a 70.
Want to sell it?
You already had it once and you sold it, dum-dum.
Well, sell it to me, dum-dum.
He did sell it to you.
Sell it back to me.
What do you think I am, a dum-dum?
I'm not a dum-dum. You did dum-dum.
All right, so my question is a Striker better performer than my Lincoln 2?
Here we go again.
Oh, man, that's a loaded question. Yes, it is a little better performer. It has some more, it has different features though, so it depends on what you use your radio as.
Oh, point of parliamentary procedure.
Go ahead.
Stand by. I need to get Hawkeye on the line.
I'm going to say for performance and looks, it is a better radio. Obviously for price point and functionality, I think the Lincoln has it in a few areas. So it's kind of half dozen six the other. I don't think I've ever seen a sexier radio than this Striker. I don't think in my life.
How much watts are you getting out of it, Swiper?
I haven't even checked max watts. Like I said, I got it, I converted it, turned it all the way down, turned the amps on.
Are you trying to say it's sexier than you?
Oh, by far.
I don't think nobody heard that, I hope.
Nope, didn't hear it at all.
Hey, good evening, Bob. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How's Mr. Stacy doing?
Well, I just got back in here. I was looking for some funny bones, but I couldn't find any.
Oh, now you're talking my style. Anything with peanut butter in it? Oh, God.
Oh, yeah, extra peanut butter, yeah? You just grab the peanut butter jar and somehow just grab a knife and, get extra.
Oh, yeah.
Do that on my Suzy Q's, too, there. 10-4?
10-4. Alright, the power all the way up, and I'm getting 35 watts.
Wow, something ain't right with that.
35 watts what? Dead key or swing? Oh, I'm on sideband, so swing.
Try it the other way for a minute, so I wasn't looking.
What do you mean, try it the other way? I got the power all the way up. And I get 35 watts if I'm really on it.
And now, where did you have it before? Down? Try it that way.
Well, I had the amps on before.
Oh, okay, I got you. Wow, that's all you're getting out of that fucking Striker is 35 watts.
Yep, that's it.
Well, no wonder why your 50 drives it better. I can get 60 out of mine.
Yours has been peaked and tweaked. Mine hasn't been touched. Don't worry, I'll get there. All I did was convert it.
I got a 497 over here that does 70.
Yeah, but he's talking on sideband. You guys are talking about AM. There's a big difference.
Yeah, big difference. He said it hasn't been touched. It's supposed to do more on sideband, isn't it? Supposed to do more on sideband?
Some radios are. The way they design Strikers, not necessarily.
That's a 60-watt PEP radio. And we don't know Striker. We don't know if Swiper's talking about average, peak, or peak envelope. So 35 watts doesn't really mean anything to me.
That was PEP and average, 20 watts average.
I call bullshit on 35 watts PEP.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to put it on video.
Is this an actual PEP meter where it uses a power supply or a battery, or a peak meter?
It is a PEP meter. I do have a peak meter, and I will show you that one too. I got two in line. I'll show you both.
What do you get out of your Striker radio, man?
Oh shit, this thing well, I'm running it into my amp, so this thing's way tuned back. I'd have to shut the amp off and wind it up.
Sure, shut the amp off, crank it up, see what you get out of yours.
All right, give me a minute. I don't actually keep a PEP meter in line with this radio, so it's going to take a minute.
That's all. You don't have to if it's a pain in the ass. I'm just curious. I know the Strikers I had over here, they all did at least 60, 70. Now on AM, probably please, but sideband's a lot different. What did you get, the 955? That 955, yeah. I don't know who that was. They probably probably can't hear me, though.
Yeah, it was 207. Yeah, the 955. Right, as of right now, I believe it's still the only striker that has sideband in it. So trying to compare it to some of these other strikers is rough. And some of strikers have an actual one bill in them. So it's not really comparing apples to apples.
Apples to apples.
Can you get 60 out of yours, you said, Wiener?
Yeah, this one's been, it's been tuned a little bit.
10-4.
Now I'm back home.
That was a little better.
I even got a free beer.
Oh, that's the best kind right there. Yeah, 400, 450 now, somewhere around there. Hello. Yes, who was that down in there? Was that Mr. Floyd? Oh, what's going on, Mr. Pipeline? Damn, it sounded nice and loud tonight. On the Wild Wild West. Well, it is definitely working, man. You're sounding great tonight. Roger, Roger. Yeah, you're not giving me too much meter movement, but you sound great. What radio you on? Roger. Well, that thing sounded dead on to me. I don't know about other people, but it sounds really good. Sounding good here. Heck yeah. All the way up on this sideband here, and it is doing what the 50 does. What'd you say, Swiper? I turned the radio all the way up. I didn't have it all the way up because I didn't realize how little watts it was doing max.
Well, I was able to just barely hear Pipeline over here in Waldo again. Not enough to make out what he was saying, just barely hearing that.
Roger. Alright. Mr. Paranoid can barely hear Pipeline, which is a hell of a trip. I'm waiting to hear some Radio Man and some Swiper duel off to see what these radios do on sideband. Because truthfully, I've never checked mine on sideband. I've noticed, this is just me, and it's something I've noticed over the years, on sideband, I haven't needed a PEP meter. It doesn't make any difference. I can put on PEP, I can put on not PEP, regular, RMS. I got a Dozy that has a peak and an RMS switch, and it also has an AM and a sideband switch. And as if I've noticed any difference in power on any of them when I'm on sideband. I don't know if that's just weird, but that's just me. If you look at the video I just sent, you'll see that the difference between PDP and peak meters was nothing. There was no difference. But there was about a 10-watt difference between RMS and peak or PDP. Well, I mean, peak and PEP is more of an AM thing because it needs to figure out. It does some calculations. It does some whatever to make it work. Sideband, I don't know if it makes a difference. I believe on my bird meter, I don't think I see any difference between turning the peak kit on and leaving it on off. I think he was asking what you actually see coming out of it. Alright, turn your PEP off on that meter. I'm just curious. Yeah, but on AM it's going to read substantially higher. So that is just something I've noticed that on sideband it's fairly close. I wouldn't say it's exactly the same, but it just seems like it's always closer to me. So it was pretty similar to what mine was doing, 35 and 20. Yep. Yes, I do have the 955 HPC or whatever. Yeah. Yeah, HPC. Yeah.
It's supposed to be like 75 to 85 watts here for sideband, but around 65 watts on AM for best.
How many people do you know that have bought one of these radios and didn't have it peaked and tweaked?
I don't know. I really didn't have mine long enough.
Me.
Didn't have it, you mean? What'd you say again?
I'm pretty sure he did the conversion and all of it on his own.
Thank you.
Done to your radio, or have you done anything to peak it? Huh, that's interesting.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What is your current draw there you got out of yours, Swiper?
I'm trying to figure out how I get the voltage thing on the screen. I'm not on it tonight, no. But yeah, I mean, I've never actually checked to see what it does for wattage on sideband because I'm always using an amp, so I have no idea.
Who knows what that 955 you got? That one could have been tweaked and peaked too. Who knows?
Oh yeah, that one I wouldn't compare because I know that one doesn't swing as much because of that AC mod. I got a brand new one out in the back room that I run all the time, and all I've done is convert it. I actually did go through the menu the other night for AM power swing, but other than that, you know, up until like 2 days ago, all I've done is just talk on it.
How about you, Rabbit? You in there sandbagging with your 955?
Oh, someone was checking in. Who's that? Who is that that just tried to check in? between you, but I guess it wasn't important. I'll tell you what, bringing the power all the way up has really brought the amp alive. You going into your driver swiper, or you going right into the big one? Driver. Roger. It's going right up to the 200, probably, I don't know, it's probably peaking over 200.
That's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's supposed to do. When you turn the power all the way up, that's as far as it's going to swing. On AM, it's totally different.
Yeah, well, I didn't realize how little watts was coming out of it, so, because I never tested the high end of it, and I certainly didn't do it. I thought most of the radios I've had, the power knob didn't do jack shit on sideband.
Well, it's a newer radio. It's more like an HF rig, so when you set it to whatever the highest setting, it's going to swing to that setting.
Yeah, this little two-pill can take that kind of drive anyway. He did the corn. And yeah, it's about 1,500 is what I usually get out of the, when I run the 50.
Does the power crank all the way up? I noticed on my 497 over here, my fucking, my power goes up real quick. I mean, I crack it open and I can go, 9 o'clock, and 9 o'clock the fucking power goes up real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the research on this radio and I'll get it peaked and tweaked and all that stuff. I'll do all that shit. It's just a matter, I'm gonna be playing with this thing all fucking weekend.
He's not even gonna get dressed. He'll be in his jammies all weekend.
What she said. I mean,
It makes me curious, because I know all the strikers I had over here, they all did at least 60, 70. I never heard of one only doing 35.
To be honest with you, I don't need any more than that. I got amps.
Go on AM swiper real quick and see what it does on AM. I'm just curious.
about 80 watts. Probably about 80 watts, maybe a little less.
Well, that's what they say they're supposed to do there, 70, 80.
I think he sounded better before he messed with it. I already experienced all this shit, right, Bob?
I mean, I've got 3 or 4 different strikers, and I can tell you that none of them are fucking anywhere near the same. So, you know, to argue about it, I can't. Nobody's comparing apples to apples here. Well, Swiper and Radio Man were, because they're running both the same radios. Nobody's been in them besides them.
I don't care either.
He's still only getting 35 watts on AM.
He didn't have his peaks and tweaks either.
I don't think you need to. Neither did Radio Man. From what I understood, yeah. Whatever, but I know on AM, fucking it should do more than 35.
Oh, I know this because I've been through it there. That's how I know. I'm telling you.
I think you're supposed to keep turning the power level up before it goes.
What do you think, Paranoid?
It's a 2-pill radio, sorry.
It's not a 2-pill radio, not even close.
95.5 is not a 2-pill radio?
Fuck no. It's got dual finals, but it's fucking, they're 25-watt finals. They're not, it's no different than running a fucking Galaxy 88 or whatever.
I'm always on drugs over here.
You tell him, Bob, you're going to have to open up school for him.
Oh, drugs are bad, okay?
He
You might have one of the version ones, which, people could get into them, and they would stretch the coils, which it would void your warranty, but they did it. Mine over here, we'll do 70, 80 watts, but
no,
I don't let it.
Stretching your coils gets you no more power. Your meter will look better, but it's putting out, the coils that they're stretching are a filter. It's a 54 megahertz filter. So now you're putting out power up on 54 megahertz, up on 6 meter. So stretching your coils it means the radio shop that did your conversion and peak and tweak per se, if they stretch your coils, they're a hack shop. They don't know what the hell they're doing. That's just, here. But, you have to go in through the function somewhere, Swiper. I don't know exactly where, but there's somewhere that you can switch from the name to the voltage and then have it switch automatically when you key up. I don't remember where.
Hey, Bob.
Yes.
I have an interesting question.
Sure.
Okay, as we're talking, and my receive, I get 9 pounds, and it just stays right there. After people unkey, it stays right there at 9 pounds, my needle, okay? Every channel, it'll do that on lower sideband if I click through them all, except for channel 1, it'll drop down to 5 and stay right at 5, my signal meter.
What do people give you for a signal? Does it seem like they give you more of a signal than not? Like, if I normally give you a 7 on AM and I'm giving you a 20 on sideband, that just tells me that somebody's got the sideband S meter adjustment cranked up in it. You're probably still only getting the same 1 dB of static that you are on AM, just somebody cranked it up.
Yeah, and also, you guys are all coming in, but you're coming in with that noise static I'm getting, like I said, the needle will stay right at 9, and everybody's coming in with that noise, even Swiper.
Well, then I'd go with what Radio Man said. You got something in your house coming over it, or maybe another house, but usually your own, and, excuse me, I find 9 times out of 10, it's some type of a charger, whether it's a cell phone, a tablet, a laptop, a cordless screwdriver, something. It's usually a charger causing it.
My next question is, do you think it would have anything to do with this 50-amp Chinese power supply?
It could. I've heard rumors that they're not the best. I've never personally had one that made noise on this band. I've heard rumors that they are noisy, but that's usually ham operators down on a lower band, and that seems to be where the more prevalent. Like, I've never had an issue on this band, but I have seen people posting and heard rumors that they can. It'd be weird that you only get it on lower sideband, though, and not on AM.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, it's weird. Definitely weird. I don't remember that happening when I had the Power Max, so I don't know. It's kind of weird to me. I don't know. But that's what I did. I clicked through all the channels, and I got the 1. Like I said, the signal dropped down to 5, but all the rest of the channels, 2 through 40, they go right to all the way up to the 9, and it just stays there.
Can you turn it up and down with your clarifier?
What was that, Hut?
Can you turn the noise up and down with your clarifier?
Yeah.
10-4.
Okay, you still in there?
You up at Albion now on top of the hill?
Can anybody tell me how to use the function on this thing? I hit the function, but I don't know what dial to choose what function I want.
Selector there. Turn the channel selector and we'll go through the functions.
It just changes channel. Shuts the function off.
Oh, it's been a while since I run one of those. That's Radio Man.
Does it, I can't remember on the version 2, does it say program where you got your Roger B switch? Does it say program on the other side?
It does.
Yeah, Yeah, I believe that's where your function works, is when you go to the program side. Or you got to hold it in for like 3 seconds. Radio man could walk you through it. I did mine, but I'd have to go out back. I mean, I got a version 1 sitting in this room, and I know they're not the same. From the version 1 to the version 2, there's quite a few differences. The radio, I want to see if it drops. I don't know if I'm losing voltage.
I just kept pushing the function button, and it would just keep going through different options. And then it said something DC, and then I took that one.
Yeah, I have the version 1, so I don't know.
Yeah, I know that there's definitely a difference. Like, there's nothing to tune or peek and tweak inside of a version 2. There's absolutely nothing you can turn a screw. There's no screws inside of it. It's all done through software. Or I say software. You can do it yourself right through the front of the radio. So it's just a matter of pushing buttons. You really... I mean, I guess if you're trying to get every last bit out of it, but, I know I haven't had to touch mine. Mine is still as stock as it comes, minus 1 jumper wire.
Yeah, on the version 1, on the power meter, how do you set the low dead key?
There's a potentiometer in there. I couldn't tell you what it is, but there's a potentiometer inside the radio to change it.
See, I couldn't find anything as far as AM low power dead key. I looked and looked and looked, and all there is like W11, which sets your high power. So if you turn your radio all the way up, like I did earlier, it said, 20 watts, a little under. So I just backed it down, and then I turned the RF powered all the way down. I brought it down to 1.5 watts, like I kind of wanted to, so I get a 200 watt dead key or 150 out of the amp.
Roger. Yeah, I mean, mine have they've gone low. My striker that's in my truck, and the one that's out back, they can turn down low enough that they won't even key up my amp. They turn down to like 1 watt. I know Wingnut said his wouldn't, but mine can turn down, without touching them, they turn down very low. Granted, the striker that's in my car, truck, whatever, is a 655, but, I got to run that turned up to key up my amp. It won't even key up my amp all the way down.
All right. Oh, yeah, it is dropping a bit. I'm going to have to do some, I'm using the 50 wire, I didn't put the big cable in, so yeah, it's dropping when I talk.
How much is it dropping?
Down to 12 volts, yeah, about 12 volts.
What's it starting at?
13.7.
A bigger power wire could help, but mine drops 2 volts when I key up.
You will see a power difference. They even say that. It's a thicker wire. So, yeah, that could help you, but don't let that fool you. Some of them DC readings on them strikers, they're wrong. Yeah, mine's dropping significant. More than almost 2 watts. 2 volts. Yeah, my own striker does that too, you know what I mean? If you're looking at the front of the meter on the striker, yeah, don't let that fool you.
The neighbor's lights are dimming too, so yeah.
Yeah, you're going from 120 volts in your power line down to like 95, it's no big deal.
Yeah, well, I'm going to rearrange this whole thing. I'm going to redo the power wires. I've got power blocks that I've been needing to put in over here, and I painted the bracket. This weekend, that's all I'm doing
this. You'll like it.
Hell yeah.
They do have an upgraded power wire for them strikers. You know, if you go Google it, you'll see it.
It's a pretty good sized wire. I wouldn't think it would take more than what this wire is. I'll tell you what, it's twice the size of the one that I'm using right now. The 50 the wire for the 50 is probably half the size of the one for this striker.
Well, maybe you do have the upgraded power wire. I don't know. If you get one that's got at least 10 gauge wire that plugs right into the radio, that's what I'd do.
I'm not concerned. I don't actually want any more. I don't need any more power out of this radio. I have amplifiers for that.
Did you play with it much on AM yet?
Just a little bit.
I mean, I would venture to guess, I don't foresee it doing a ton more than your 50, but RMS, but I would still venture to guess it's going to do the same numbers, if not a little better.
I just, and it is doing what my 50 will do on sideband now, but I didn't realize how low it was on sideband, so I didn't crank the power. I never tested it barefoot. I just went with it. And people said it didn't sound quite right, so I turned the power up a little bit. Oh, that sounds good now, so I left it. But now she's wide open.
Yeah, when I'm on sideband, I pretty much run it always wide open. AM was obviously a different thing. I set the dead key of my final amplifier. That's all that I worry about is the dead key.
Exactly. That's exactly what I would do. That's what I did on sideband. I mean on AM. I set the final to 500 watts.
Just remember to turn it back down when you go back to AM.
Oh yeah, I know.
I've done a lot of them oopsies.
I'm still not worried. My amps can take it anyway. I don't want to do that because it's torturing them a bit.
Yeah, I haven't even tried this radio on sideband at all. I should, but nah.
Yeah, in the menu though, you can change that. You can change your AM power high and low. So if you really wanted to, you could set your high power all the way up for let's say an 800 watt dead key with everything else open. Set your low power up for 200 and run it somewhere in between, or go from 0 to 5 or whatever it is, and you can still set it up to have your sideband power do a lot more on high power or low power. I mean, you can set it up to do basically what you need.
That's what I'm going to do. I did just put the AM in my carrier is 1200 watts, so too much.
I mean, you could take that AM carrier, leaving the radio wide open, get in the menu, and turn it down, and tell your dead key in, maybe not 500 watts, because you want a little bit more, but set it up for 800 watts. That way you're not going to do an oh shit.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Is that how that works?
On the version 2 it is. I did just change the swing on mine the other day on the low-end drive, and I almost had to go down in numbers to get it swing more in the service menu. I would have thought you went up. I don't remember what the stock number is. I wrote it down, but I went up and I didn't notice any more swing, and I actually went way down with the number, and so I was like, I didn't notice a ton more swing, but I saw it peak up higher.
Don't worry about it, Swipe. If you always fuck up, there's a way to reset it to factory.
Yeah, no, I plan on plugging it into the computer and copying the factory settings anyway.
I don't know as if those settings come out on the program. I think those are more hard into
it. You probably could, but not with the normal programming shit that normal people can do. I almost think you have to go through the service menu. And, you know, I don't know, maybe Radio Man has found it, or Hawkeye, but I thought there was a factory reset. My version 1 has a factory reset. I didn't see one on the version 2. And I don't know, that might just factory reset the normal stuff. It might not factory reset the stuff in the service menus. I haven't heard anybody talk about it yet.
Yeah, it won't reset anything in the service menu, so you probably don't want to, you definitely want to write shit down and don't mess up shit in the service menu.
Yeah, I'm not going to do anything without talking to you about it, Hawkeye. I know you know a lot about him.
Well, you know. Do it, crank it up. Oh, you don't want to be broccoli infused? Well, what were you looking at? That could be problematic. It's kind of funny. How's it going, Rooster? It's going well. How about yourself? Not too bad. Yeah, these days it is. Good evening.
Good evening out there.
How's it going today?
It's going great here.
Roger.
Who is that out there? Green machine, yeah, I hear good now. You can tune me in. Hello, 1-2, 1-2. Hey, how you doing? What's up?
Oh, I'm about sitting on the hill here in Albion.
Oh, it's working on the hill for sure.
Roger.
Where is he, in Albion?
Yep, about 3 miles down the way.
Yeah, I can hear you just barely. You're in there.
Roger that.
Hawkeye,
Yeah, sir.
are you going to be available at all this weekend?
Oh, yeah, I'll be around.
Cool, I'll message you there. We maybe get on the phone or video chat or whatever, and you can walk me through it.
Roger.
If you don't mind, I don't want to pester you.
Hey, Radio Man, you got a copy?
You haven't tried connecting the cable for the software, have you?
I have not. I haven't done anything but convert it. There's somebody calling for Radio Man. Step aside. Stepped on him.
Hey, roger that. Yeah, I'm parked on the truck over here in Albion. Hey, roger that. Yeah, I'm 3 miles east of China Lake over here in Albion.
3 miles east of China Lake, he said. That helps you dial him in.
That's a ways away.
Yeah, I'm parked on a 500-foot hill here in, Albion.
She's cranking tonight.
Roger that.
I didn't know where the hell Albion was, but I know where China Lake is.
somewhere in China?
Right.
I hear that guy out there. If I didn't have this noise in here, I'd be able to hear a lot more people.
For $15, you can have the Ghost Hunter, and you can go find all the noise you want to find in your house.
Have you tried it yet?
I went walking around with it a little bit. Yeah, I don't have a lot of noise.
Roger.
But I mean, it's the same thing as what you got. I don't know if yours had Ghost Hunter thing on it, but yeah.
Radio man,
What's the Ghost Hunter?
What is it called? I'll put it in our chat.
Go ahead. Roger that.
I get a good solid 7 on you, Roger. Hey, Roger that. I'll take it.
I was only like half listening. I'll listen a little closer.
Uh-oh, off the fuse.
Uh-oh. Yeah, you are sounding a little raspy around the edges, Radio Man. A little rough around the edges. Yeah, that sounds good.
Oh, yeah, sounding good.
Yeah, Hawkeye. When we were playing around there, Radio Man is getting significantly more power out of his PDP. I don't know about average, but than I am in mine. Nothing's been done to mine. Apparently, nothing's been done to his. He was getting like 60 watts. I'm getting like 35 watts PDP and peak. I got 2 meters in mine. One's a PDP, one's a peak, and like 20 watts average and RMS.
What are you seeing on the front of the radio? What's it swinging to?
About 20, 25. Well, actually, maybe it's 30. Yeah, it's swinging to about 30. Yeah,
Roger.
40 there.
Roger. Yeah, I saw your meter there, although I'm not real familiar with that meter, so I was trying to figure out what scale I was looking at.
That was a 200 watt scale, so you were looking at like 35 watts.
let me switch over. I'll check mine. That sounds a little low to me for peak power.
Yeah, that's what everybody said, and I don't really care because I don't need any more power than that. I do want to bring the average power up, though.
You're not going to bring your average power up without bringing up your peak. You know, under normal circumstances, they're one and the same.
No, I get that, but, you know, there's the consequences, but yeah.
I mean, possibly your power cord is doing it. You know, I know in my truck, well, it's in my car now, but I'm running the same power cord. I have a thinner power cord, and I drop 2 volts. I'll go from like 14.2 or 14.5 down to 12.2 when I key up on AM for a key up, not even swing. And, you know, and that's only taking like 1.5 watts out of it. You know, and it's a small power cord, and I do that on purpose. And I only get about a 25-watt swing out of the radio to a 30-watt swing, peak. And on the meter on the front of the radio, you know, I do it on purpose. I don't know if a bigger power cord would help that or not. But I leave that small power cord because I can't have the power with my 2-pill.
Yeah, I feel the same way. And I am dropping a lot of volts here. It is dropping down to 12 volts, from 13.7 to 12 volts. And it is, you know, it's like I said, it's half the size of the stock cord that came with the striker. I haven't even changed the cord. It's the 50 cord. And that might even not be a 50 cord. It might be a 29, Cobra 29 cord for that matter.
And on Maine CDs, if you guys want to check out how you guys are selling up here on top of the hill in Albion.
Oh man, did you say you were doing a live feed?
Yeah, on Maine CD group, yep.
Roger.
Oh, good evening. This is just direct to the stream to the Dutchman out in the land of black gold. Yeah, thanks for stopping by. We did have some conditions earlier, but those conditions have since kind of rolled off. It's all just a bunch of us locals right now.
Well, I got 5G up here. I mean, hell, I'm up 500 feet.
Well, you don't have AT&T because, you know, they didn't have no service today.
In Maine, I don't think anybody in Maine lost anything.
I got news on that.
Let's hear it. Solar storm, I can tell you that right now.
Well, I was talking about at dinner, and my wife, because what she does at work, you know, they're using the phones a lot, and she said they had a couple patients come in today that to drop off animals, and they said to email them when it was ready to pick up I don't know if it was a cat or a dog, but and she says, yeah, we had a couple clients, their patients, whatever you want to say, come in that had AT&T iPhones that weren't working today in Maine. They had to email people.
Oh, no kidding. Well, I saw on all over social media today. It was not just AT&T. It was a bunch of them. I had great reception all day today. But on the news they were talking about the solar storm affecting satellites. Well, contrary to popular belief, your cellular phone has nothing to do with satellites.
But if it's affecting satellites, it could be a little harder in here. But I would have to say, I don't know if this had anything to do with it, but I got to work. I got U.S. Cellular, and obviously I'm on different towers because I'm down south. But, I went to text my buddy this morning right after I got to work. It was probably like 7:30, and it went through because it did, Wi-Fi, text, whatever. But I noticed I had 0 bars. It was a circle with a line through it, and it was like that for at least a good 20 minutes, sitting on my desk where I normally am, and I normally have 2 or 3 bars. I don't know. Maybe it was something in the air, something weird. It came back about 8:15 when I was going out to my first meeting. I was like, oh, I got signal now. This is before I even heard anything about this. And then another guy at work said about 8:30 when he was getting ready to go on break, he lost signal for like about an hour and a half. He didn't get any texts in, this and that. And it said service is down or some shit like that. So I don't know. It just depends on the tower. Obviously, we're all going through the same tower down in Saco, Biddeford, wherever. But it seemed like there were some issues down there.
Well, that's interesting because you're the first person I've actually heard that you and Radio Man now have said they had problems today at all. Everybody else in town here, I had actually exceptional service today. Usually I get pissed because I'm losing reception in town here. There's no reason why I should lose fucking reception anywhere in the Twin Cities. I mean, to me, that's fucking bullshit. I pay fucking Verizon a lot of money.
I've heard 5 different stories about what happened, and yeah, I can't wait to find out which one's true.
Yeah, I didn't hear any stories yet about what happened. I haven't looked into it. Like I said, I coughed it up as just, I figured, I mean, you know how it goes. Some days you just don't get good reception on it. It didn't stop anything, I mean, I was at work, it was what it was, so I wasn't 100% sure what was happening. Mine had anything to do with it, and I thought they already had it fixed by the time she said he had issues. So, it could have just been shitty reception in the plant, in the maintenance shop. I don't know. It was just weird that, like I said, I've never seen it not have reception there, and the fact that I didn't have reception, and then I hear, it went down for places, it just made me think. I don't know if it was that issue for sure, but it was just very, very peculiar.
Cyber attack. If you ask Paranoid, he'd probably be able to tell you what happened.
The solar flare.
That wasn't no fucking solar flare. It was on TV that it was a solar flare, so just assume it was a lie.
That's why I said it. Be smart. Yeah.
Donald Trump don't like China, because China is an asshole. That's a fucking great game.
T over here, Swiper.
Sorry, what? Try it again, Hawkeye?
Yeah, it looks like I'm showing about 50 watts peak over here.
Yeah, I'm getting like 35 on PEP and peak. I got 2 meters in line. One's a PEP, one's a peak. 35 watts on both of them on AM and sideband. That's what that actually surprised me that they were exactly the same. Well, you guys can fucking say all you want. I don't want any more power. I don't need any more power. That's what the ants are for. Don't worry. I'll get mine where it needs to be, so I have to have the fucking power turned down to run my ants.
That's right. That's dedication. Swiper, you use Spectrum?
No. Video.
Yeah, me too. I switched over about a month ago, and I love it. What a difference. Wow.
Oh, fuck yeah. It's not even close.
I'm so happy, dude. Finally. Boy, they did a hell of an installation. Should see Spectrum's installation compared to theirs. Spectrum's garbage.
Fiber optics, man. Way to go.
Yeah, 10-4 on that, yep.
If that's the game you wanna play, baby.
Europe, you know, fiber optic cables that go under the ocean. You know, people think, oh, we're talking satellites. No, it's the fucking ocean cable. If you were talking satellites, you'd hate life.
Yeah, 10-4 on that. Putin's in town, Putin's in town.
He shut down the phones. It's Putin. Russia, Russia, Russia.
The guy, I can't remember the guy from China there. They're going to say Putin and Wong Yang Wing Yang Ya.
Guy from China is taller than Putin. Putin's a who? He must be like 5'2" or something.
Yeah, I know it, huh?
Putin's a little tiny bastard.
Yeah, you gotta be like 5'2". That fucking Chinaman from China, president or king or whatever the fuck they call him in China, he's taller than Putin. Chinese people are short.
Yo, what's up, Monty?
I'm not talking about Kim Jong-il. I'm talking about the Chinese guy. I can't think of his name now.
Yeah, Kim Jong-il's Rocket Man. Rocket Man.
Chinese asshole.
Is that Taz in there?
It is Taz. He barely can hear you.
Yeah, I can hear you just fine there, Spacey.
Tell Spacey you can hear him, will you, Taz?
I can hear you there, Space Rider. Hey there, Space Rider.
I'm not hearing you that well. I don't know what you're saying.
Said you suck and you're short.
I do not. I can prove it.
I can turn the amp on, but I really don't want to. I don't know what to drive in the Sweet 16 as far as wattage on sideband, so I don't know.
Try it. You got meters. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
He's taller than Putin. I was like, what the fuck? He's a short little fucker.
That Xi Jinping, he likes when you call him Winnie the Pooh.
Picture he's shirtless riding a horse there. He looks all buff and shit. That puts it in perspective. He's like fucking Tom Cruise, a little fucking tiny guy wearing high heels.
Hey, Swiper.
Yes?
That Xi Jinping, he likes when you call him Winnie the Pooh.
I bet he does.
Oh, all right. There we go. I tried it there, but that's about 30 watts in sideband. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Oh, you're sounding good anyway, Chaz. I think it's on my end. Some of you guys I can't hear good, and some I can. I get right in here, like Mr. Paranoid, I can hear him perfectly fine. you guys, some of you guys are coming in, and I can't even tune you in.
Yeah, I just don't like keying this amp up on sideband. I don't know what I'm doing with it half the time. Oh, yeah, there goes the key out.
That's what the amp is designed for. What do you mean? What are you running for a radio?
Oh, the Yaesu DX10.
Yeah, that radio's not going to do any more on sideband than anything else. It ain't going to hurt it.
Vladimir Putin, the internet is saying he's 5'7".
Drive him, MacGyver.
Alright, I turned it up to about 40 watts. Yeah, I noticed it's swinging about 900 now.
Yeah, I mean, on sideband, it should be pretty easy to see 1200 out of it.
Yeah, it doesn't kick on until I start talking. If I stop talking, the amp on the relay kicks out. So just like that. As long as I keep talking, it's fine. But I get the amp delay on, so.
Story of my life.
You got a sideband delay on there. If it's kicking out, it means you're not talking very long because the delay is long enough. It won't key up until you start talking. You know, until you get some audio, it will not key up the amp. It's nothing like AM, so it sounds like it's working like it should.
The internet says Xi Jinping is 5'10", so he's a giant in the land of midgets.
Oh man, that's even better. It's like you're tall just to be tall, but you're really tall compared to everybody around you.
I bet the average height in China is fucking 5'5".
Is that? I know, I look like I'm fucking Ron Jeremy over there.
And what are you, like 5'2"? I mean 6'2"?
Oh, I was thinking the size of my crank, but yeah, we'll go with that.
Ron, Stacy, can you hear me over there?
Yeah, I got a copy on you.
So you don't have another power supply that you can try just to troubleshoot that noise?
No, I don't. No. I ordered a Power Max. I'm waiting for it to come in.
Roger. Who's that way out there?
That would be Spacey and Hawkeye you're hearing.
The one that's waiting for a power supply to come in.
That would be Spacey.
Roger that. Where's he at?
Right in Auburn.
Roger that. He's not giving me anything over here, but I can hear him.
No doubt. Well, that's a good trip then. You're being heard out in Albion, Mr. Spacey. Yeah, 10-4. Wow, Albion. I don't even know where that is, but okay, yeah, Albion. Yeah, I don't know. I can almost. Yeah, if I, like I said, Bob, if I didn't have this noise in this radio, I sent you some videos. If you watch those videos, you'll understand what I'm talking about.
Is that old space rider got big lips?
He knows who that is.
I know that's Taz in there, but I don't know what the hell he's saying either. I think he's talking to you, Bob.
He's talking shit about you.
Yeah, I know.
Well, he's working pretty good because I'm sitting in the mobile.
It is working pretty good if you can hear him in the mobile. 10-4 on that. He's got some audio out of that thing.
Who, me?
10-4, you.
One of those, what is this, a 2018 Extreme? Road noise?
Yeah, he's not getting any signal on you, but he's hearing your audio.
Yeah, no doubt. That's cool. Awesome. Well, good evening to him there. I don't know his handle, but yeah, he's I know when he's in there though. I can't make him out.
I'll turn my Roger piece on. I'll do Morse code.
Oh, that's right. Hey, screwdriver. That's the way, I guess.
Who is that out now being there? You know his handle, Swiper?
The green machine out there now, you right?
Yeah, Roger.
10-4 on the green machine.
Who was it?
Green machine.
Yeah, Mr. Pipeline, I got you. You're flickering my meter here, Roger. I'm sitting in my truck on a 500-foot hill in Albion, 3 miles east of Kennebec. Hey, Roger that. Sounding good.
Victor, I am currently pointed northeast. I was trying to talk to a local up in Albion by China Lake. So I'm pointed northeast at the moment because there was really nobody to the south of me. Everyone's kind of to the north and the east of me. I got stations that are about 50 and 60 miles out from me. Why? What's up?
Good evening, Rain Machine. Good evening. Who's that out there?
And then there was silence, he says.
Well, I was letting them talk because it was Pipeline and Green Machine, and then somebody else keyed in there, so I just stayed quiet.
Yeah, Ben Spender out of Skowhegan just keyed up.
All right, Screwdriver. Oh, fuck, I forgot what I was going to say to you.
Yeah, I mean, right now there's like no conditions, and I think you said you were in Jersey. Yeah, probably next time. I don't think I'm gonna have much luck tonight hearing you. I know the farthest south we've heard on ground wave, we had really good conditions. There's a guy, the ringmaster down in Rhode Island, we could hear and talk to, but Jersey might be a little bit of a stretch. I have hit some short skip, talked to guys down in down by JFK and down in Queens and stuff like that on short skip.
And Junior fucking Roger B saw these lost it. He went crazy for like 15 minutes. And then he was throwing carriers when we first started our check-in.
Oh.
Goddamn liberal, that's why.
You know, most everybody I talk to from Florida are all liberal, cranky old fucks.
Yeah, you got that right.
Back to the handband.
Oh, God. I could tell you something funny, Screwdriver, about liberals in Florida.
All right, let's hear it.
A friend of mine, his dad, he has the worst case of Trump derangement syndrome. It's like, okay, it's fine. You don't like Trump. He has Trump derangement syndrome. This guy, Trump lives in this guy's head rent-free. Well, he's from Maine. He retired, and he lives in Florida. He's pissing and moaning about paying your fair share of taxes and blah, blah, blah. And I said, can I ask you a question? I said, when you retired, why'd you move to Florida? Well, the taxes are better. Oh, okay, so you want to pay the least amount of taxes possible, right? And he's, whoa, that's different. He's got a lot of money.
It's okay for you to try it, but someone who's got money, if they try it, oh man, they're ripping off. No, they're using the same fucking things you're doing. They're trying to not paying as least as possible, just like every other American.
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying not to make it into a whole political thing, but I just, it's like, fine, you don't like the guy, but this guy has Trump derangement. I mean, he just has it bad. I mean, he just lives in this guy's head rent-free. And it just made me laugh, So he's trying to get away with paying the least amount of taxes possible, but that's okay. But if somebody else does it, oh, no, that's okay because he has more money than me. Oh, okay. Well, that sounds an awful lot like communism.
He has a better accountant.
Yeah, I do that too sometimes, Victor. If I'm upstairs, I put it on the TV. Although the SDR that you see is on an old 32-inch Vizio LCD. So that's what I run two monitors down here. One monitor I use for my live streaming and web browsing, and then my other monitor is for my SDR, and that's what you see. That's my screen share. Holy hell, I should go to bed. I just realized what time it is.
Oh, come on, you can stay up.
Yeah, it's crazy what some of those states try to do, Pipeline. I don't get it.
that guy talking pipeline, I can't hear him even with my quad. And I'm right up tucked against the hill, and that other guy, Screwdriver, talking to him is on the other side of the hill. I'm only a couple 100 feet below the peak of the hill, but it just affects my reception to the north enough. He's talking away, too. Every time I let up, he's still talking.
Roger.
Well, hey, folks, I'm about to cast it in myself. You guys have a great evening, and we'll talk again.
Roger that. Have a good one. Catch you later, Rooster. I'm right behind you.
Hey, have a good one, Rooster. Have a good Rooster. Have a good night, Hawkeye.
Yeah, later, guys. There, Rigor Mortis and Hawkeye. I'm probably not far behind. I'm fading out here.
Fading? No, come on. You got it in you.
It's a school night.
School night. February vacation. Can't pull that one.
Well, the type of school night for me, we don't take off February vacation.
Yeah, there seems to be no such thing as vacation when you work.
No, and I'm one of those people that's sick in the head. I take vacation to do work projects at my house.
I work usually way harder when I'm on vacation than I do at work. You're not wrong.
Oh, I know. It's disgusting. I'm like, honestly though, like the last time I took a vacation, went somewhere, hotel, different state, I was bored. I'm like, I can't just sit around on a friggin' beach all day or by a pool. I know some people can. I was bored. My wife was looking at me. She's like, "What's wrong with you?" I didn't know what to do with myself.
Tell me about it. Having Monday off fucked me all up. I was like cleaning the house and stuff.
I can do a few days. You know what I mean? I would have no problem taking maybe even a whole week of doing nothing. I could definitely do a few days.
This weekend I went out to camp there, but I was sore for 2 days, muscle sore from fucking getting stuck in the snow.
Hell yeah.
Don't get me wrong, I loved every minute of it and didn't regret a minute of it.
It's even funny when I'm at camp, I'm the same way. The only thing is I do like to lounge around in the morning, have a cup of coffee, I do like that, but after a while I'm like, all right, I got to do something. And even when I'm at camp, I'm like, all right, I got to do something.
I wanted to be outside, cleaning the garage and looking under my truck and scoping out, planning out the heater thing and all that shit, but it was just fucking cold and windy and wet on the ground. I'm like, ah, fuck that.
Oh, Screwdriver.
Yeah.
The power supply went out. It's been shipped. No extra charge.
Nice. Gotta love that.
That's a pretty good deal then for a 70 amp Astron.
So did you order the amp too?
Yep.
So that should be here, sometime next week probably?
I would think so. I haven't got a shipping confirmation.
Roger.
I think he did something. He rushed this radio to me because I did mention to him on the phone that I was disappointed. Not that I was mad at him or disappointed in him or any kind of way. I didn't put it that way. I just said, oh, that sucks. I would really like to have it for Thursday night for Sideband night in Maine. And I know he did something to get it here.
Yes, sir.
It seems like a pretty good guy.
Well, that's how you get return business. I mean, let's face it. If you're in the CB radio selling business, right? I mean, you gotta take care of your customers because it's not like this is the biggest hobby in the world.
Viper, I ordered a 70 amp Astron from HRO in Anaheim, California. It's 48 pounds shipping weight, and it said right in the description it was going to be the cost plus shipping. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to take a stab on it. I bought it on a...
Well, hey, thanks for stopping by, Commander 105. We appreciate it. And like I said, if you make sure you subscribe, and you'll get notifications and other times we do stuff, and maybe we'll get conditions we can talk. But really appreciate you hanging out with us tonight.
Are you going with the big, heavy cast iron ones, transformers versus switchers?
I just am really nervous with a switching supply, anything over 30 amps. I know, I've heard it all, but it's just me.
No, you want what you want. I'm not making any insinuation either way. I just was curious on your thoughts on it.
Yeah, actually I got such a good deal on it. It was, the reason it's coming from Anaheim was because it was used, but, HRO goes over everything, and it was, described as an excellent condition.
I am on the vertical side, but the quad is dual polarity, so I can run horizontal.
With the meters and everything, half of what it would have cost, so I figured I'd take a chance on it. And if I didn't have to pay the shipping, it's a hell of a deal, and I would have had probably almost the same amount of money into a couple of switching supplies.
Yeah, 10-4. Yeah, no, it's just my opinion, and opinions are like assholes. Those are more durable than the switchers. That's just my opinion. I don't know if it's true or not. It's just my opinion. They're more durable. They last longer. But the switchers tend to be cheaper. Like I got 300 amps downstairs in switchers, and I didn't pay anything that would have cost me to have the iron core ones.
Well, I know there's a lot less chance of getting noise, on different bands. You never know where it might show up. Like I said, I have two Alinco 30 amp switches right here. I never turn them off. They've been excellent. I have nothing bad to say about them. They're great. But those weren't cheap either. And I've never had any noise. I've never been able to detect any noise from them. But I know I won't get any noise from the linear supply. And point B also is if something lets go, a capacitor or something lets go in a linear supply, there's no chance the radio is going to get damaged, so you never know. I'm not saying if a switcher lets go it's going to blow up your radio, but there is a chance of it.
Hey, Hawkeye.
Yeah, go ahead.
So I wonder if those are the same power supply. So a friend of mine, he's an RF engineer, and they I forget what site it was. It was a mountaintop site, and they had a ham radio repeater up there. It was an MSF 5000, which is a Motorola, big heavy-duty ferro-resonant power supply. I think the power supply is rated for like 100 amps, but the thing is power hungry. And they approached this guy and said, hey, we're trying to cut back on electric, and they did some research, and I guess QST did a write-up on those MFJ switchers, if it's the same ones I'm thinking of, and they said those were the quietest power supplies on the market at that time, if it's the same ones I'm thinking of. Because I remember I laughed. I looked in the cabinet of this MSF 5000, and he had two of these MFJs in there, and I said, what the hell? And he goes, you're not going to believe it? He goes, those actually have a very good write-up, and they use considerably less electricity.
Oh, no kidding. No, I hadn't heard that.
Yeah, it just QST did a write-up on it, and that's what tipped him off. And he was trying to help out who manages this mountaintop site to use less, because this MSF, the problem is that it was drawing a shitload of power even in standby, because it's this massive you know, it's this power supply that's probably like overrated for the job, and they just didn't need it. They weren't running full power, and they went with these MFJs, and they were real happy with them. And they said they were very quiet, because that was a big issue, is introducing any noise to this mountaintop.
I never shut my switches off, but I have shut them off because they're wired direct to the breaker box. And I have shut them off just to see if a noise level went down on my radios. And I'm not getting any noise from them at all. But I don't do the ham stuff either like you do, Hawkeye. So, I mean, it's different.
Now, yeah, and also are the switching supplies, they must be close to your amp, right, which is on another floor?
Yeah, they're both right under my ass in the basement. And they're like, a foot from each other. I have three 100 amp power supplies tied together, running right to my 16 bill. The 16 bill, has 4 giant fans on it that make a fucking racket, so, I put it in the basement.
That's going to keep me up at night thinking about the stuff under his ass.
They're directly below me.
Definitely no cancer in your ass. It's getting RF powered out big time.
Oh no, I camp with my Ghost Hunter detector on, and it doesn't do jack shit until I hold it close to the radio or my amplifier that's up here, my 2-pill, and then I pick up the noise.
I don't know if I could go with the amp being on another floor from me. To me, that would be like trying to drive from the back seat.
Yeah, but that thing, you don't want that. That's a 16-pill with 4 high-flow fans. They make a racket. You don't want that anywhere near your radio.
Holy Christ, what's your electric bill like every month anyways?
Well, it definitely spins it.
Kind of like when I'm outside with the wireless mic and somebody wants a radio check. Hang on, I gotta go in the house. So do you have some way to shut it off? From upstairs?
Yeah, I have a remote switch up here that shuts my amp off. The power supply's never shut off. What is your concern, Hawkeye, about having them out of the room?
Oh, I don't. It's not even really a concern. I think it's more just a convenience thing. I like. It's like flying a plane. If I have an engine on fire and I need to turn it off, I'd like to be able to reach the controls.
Well, like I said, I do have a switch to shut it off, and I can tell from my meters if there's a problem. I'm not going to smell the smoke getting let out. That's not going to happen. But if it happens, it happens. It's been, I don't know. Screwdriver, how long have I had this set up? How long? I've had it for a couple of years now, that amp.
Fuck, I think I ordered that thing. I think it was before COVID.
Yeah, so, we're talking 4 years.
Yeah, something like that.
We're going to have to do some ghost detector readings.
I call it the ghost detector reading because I don't know what the hell else to call it.
RF sniffer?
Start at Spacey's house.
Does it detect methane?
No, we got one of those that work. Yeah.
I did send the information to Spacey. It's $15, and you can sniff out any kind of RF noise. EMP. It says EMP on it. I don't know how you're going to detect an EMP because they go off and everything shuts down. So that doesn't make sense to me. But it detects all kinds of RF noise.
Hey, have a good one out there, Green Machine.
Roger that, you too. Who's that?
Oh, it's Screwdriver. That was Swiper. This is Screwdriver.
Roger. Have a good one. I'm driving down off this hill here. Roger. Have a good evening, man. Screwdriver a couple times tonight. All right. Here when I wasn't here.
Later, Green Machine.
Get you guys later. Have a good one. I was lucky enough and I took the night off and I drove up here. Hell yeah. I gotta get my bass antenna fixed. Oh man, you having issues? Issues? It blew over in that big windstorm. Well, that sounds like an issue.